Are you tired of your truck sagging when you're trying to haul stuff and airbags don't cut it? Then try these out. So today we're installing some lift springs on my Ram 1500. These are Thokak brand from Amazon. They're a 1 to 2 inch lift while also being 35% extra load, and they're variable rate. So I'm hoping that they're going to remain smooth when I'm unloaded, but then once I put a trailer on, they're going to firm up a bit and sag a lot less than what's currently going on. They're constructed really well, pretty thick steel. And they have the same bottoms as the old springs I'm taking off. So overall first impressions are pretty good. So this is the height of my truck right now. It does have a 2-inch Daystar spacer lift. So I'm not really expecting my truck to go up any. Now to install these coils, you're going to want to unbolt your shock. And I'm doing that right now. It's a 21 mil socket and wrench. And unbolt that, and then I'm just going to thread the bolt and nut back into the shock so I don't misplace it. The next thing you're going to want to do is jack the frame up. Our goal is to keep the axle on the ground and get the body and frame as high up as we can to have the most room to remove the spring. Now I had airbags in here, but they didn't last very long, less than a year before one ruptured. So I'm going to cut the airline off the top because I'm not reinstalling airbags. The other thing, you don't have to take the sway bar off for the first side you do, but when you do the second side, you definitely have to just unbolt the sway bar from the axle there, and that'll give you enough droop that you can get the other spring in. And at no point was my brake line ever too tight. Even with the sway bar unbolted, the axle didn't seem to droop enough to the point the brake line was maxed out. So keep an eye on it, but don't be too concerned about it. So when you're ready, just pull out and up from the bottom to get it over that little hump, and then you can pull your old spring out. Now, as you're going to see, I have the spring with this Daystar spacer there already, compared to these massive coils. So it does say it's 1 to 2 inches of lift, but when you initially put it in, it's more like 4 to 6 inches. I also use an A premium new top hat because I didn't want to stack the spacer on top of this lift spring. And anyway, once you settle the truck down, it's not that dramatic. The variable rate springs really go into effect. I tried to squish it in kind of comically without compressing the spring. That's a bit of a joke. Of course, this was never going to work, and there's not a ton of room to maneuver this thing, but you can watch me struggle. So I grabbed my spring compressors and I compressed and compressed and compressed and compressed, and it seemed like forever and that it wasn't going to be enough. But I finally got them down to the point where I could wiggle them in, pop the top hat on, and then just lift up ever so slightly and get them on that perch. Now it's just the problem of getting these out and off, so I'm just using my impact gun here to release them. You could release them evenly, that would probably be ideal. I started to try and do it evenly, and then I just sent it and undid one, went to the other side and undid the other, and everything ended up being fine because again the spring is on that perch and it's in the top part, so the chances of it flying out are very low at this point, but again, still be careful. I was also fighting with the locks on my spring compressors. They have this little pin that sticks out and grabs onto these coil springs so that it doesn't slip off. It doesn't super matter, I found this out later, but you don't need to fight with them right now to get them undone. Once they're loose enough, they just come out on their own, so don't worry about fighting with it, it'll come off. So with the compressor finally off, I'm going to undo my bolt that I put through the shop. This would also be a great opportunity to replace your shocks if you need to. So far, mine actually seem okay. They don't pop it out at a reasonable rate. And then you can lower your frame, and then reinstall your lower shock bolt and tighten that up. I gave it 3 Ugga-Duggas and no 3 with my Ryobi. So, I don't know, 150 foot-pounds, but it's fine. Everything is fine. So now we can see the new spring in its place. That looks nice, and this is what it looks after. So decent height increase. In reality though, I drove it around for a minute. Stock, it was 41 inches, and with the lift spring after driving around for a few kilometers, it was 41.5 inches. So overall, not that dramatic a gain from those 2-inch spacing. Now, I did say that you may need to remove the sway bar, so I was only able to get one side done in my driveway, and then I had to drive to my friend's garage to finish the other side, because I had to unbolt my sway bar. The kids were trying to sleep, so we did this at night, and yeah, it's only 4 15mm bolts. They come out super easily. It wasn't seized on or rusted on at all. And then with the sway bar undone, it was the exact same process on the driver's side. Jack the frame up and put the spring in. Super easy. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. It's a really easy thing to do. And after driving around on it for a couple weeks, the truck rides even nicer than before. And I would definitely recommend this upgrade. Thanks so much. See you next week.